Hello, this is Troy with Coast Universe. We are live once again with another nano coaster building video. So we pull up the comments on my laptop and we can get started. Position the cams a little bit. Or just ignore. Okay. So here we go. Welcome train. I will probably be building Thunderbird first. So yeah, we will do that first. Oh crap. That leg was not where I thought it was. Okay. Reposition the cam again. Crap. Okay, now as I sit down, I'm going to mind the tripod leg. So that's on. There we go. Oh, this is actually a pretty small nano coaster. At least smaller than I was anticipating. So show the cam this, yada yada yada. Set that off to the side. Set this over here. So how's everyone's day slash night slash whatever time of day it is? How's it going? Hope everyone's doing okay, staying sane, getting your homework done. So Thunderbird is probably one of my favorite roller coaster, wing coasters, that's the phrase I'm looking for, winged coasters built. Certainly unique. I still think I like X-Flight a little bit more. But all things considered, they're all... Wing coaster are a good fun coaster. I don't think they're top tier coaster, but they're good. Okay. So, next step is get this cut out. Danga. So now we can use the clippers to kind of trim it down a little bit. Pop the aluminum out first, and that's kind of hanging a little bit precariously right there. There's another one up, yeah, right there. So there's the aluminum. RYXN, why what? These, I believe one of these is a roll, if I remember correctly. One of them's a little pop of airtime going into that carousel. See, I wish all of these nanos would be like this one. Not too many things, enough to hold it in place, but not enough they go crazy trying to find all of them. And see, for those who have been in past streams, these cutters work a lot better than anything I've used thus far, making this process much quicker. Welcome to everyone that is just joining. I see the number of viewers has just jumped. So welcome everybody. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. That is already the cutting done for the first one, because we still have another nano coaster after this one, because we will also be constructing the Thunder Run nano coaster. That's the stream name. It's gonna be fun. I always kind of found it funny though, how you have Thunderbird and Thunder Run at like the two neighboring parks. And it is recording. Perfect. Okay. So we start off with the launch area. I can get it up. So that is this run right here. So it'll just pop into place like this. Loop over as such. So it's not properly formed. I spin that over a little bit. Now this should all sit right into place. So now next is the Immelman, which will go this way, and this bends towards the center. We have that one in place. So bam. This piece number 2, make sure I'm in a good spot in the time-lapse cam. Yeah, this should be good. I had it centered pretty well up before. I just want to make sure I'm not getting out of the view. Oop, that's not the right one. So next, of course, is the vertical loop. There. And And for those who have not ridden Thunderbird, this is just like a high turnaround. It's not an inversion. It's kind of just, I don't know exactly what you would call this element. I'm really not sure. Just overbanks, I guess. Bending back into place. Okay, so there's kind of whatever element you even call that. Then it's the camelback and roll. So next, so let's kind of set in like this. Yep, steel, this is Thunderbird. So there we go. There's that part. And then the final element, the carousel. Or as any other company would call it, a helix. I believe the only reason they classed it differently from a helix, though, is because it is a one complete 90-degree bank, if I remember correctly. But in normal terms, I think anybody else would call this a helix. That's funky because this end here doesn't have a thing that holds it in place, so it's kind of at liberty to get knocked out of alignment. So reset the time-lapse cam up. Okay, separate this out. And then, of course, is the station and then the sign. So here is the station. Go somewhere up. I'm on the wrong side. Right there. I think I got that in view for the cam. There we go. There is the first one. As I say, if they keep going this well, I may do a third one. But as of right now, just Thunderbird and Thunderrun. But we did that entire Nano Coaster in 16 minutes flat. So if they keep going that easily, I will be able to do more. But I am not holding my breath. So, there's Nano 1. Just kind of wipe it off a little bit. Some of my fingerprints, some of the dust. Doesn't work the best. What was I using before? Oh, wait, hold on. I have these fine fiber cloths. That's right. There's that. So there's Nano 1. I do need to get this out of view for the next one though, so I'm gonna roll out of here real quick, and I will be back in a second. We will be doing Thunderrun, so that'll be fun. As it is going, we will probably be able to do a third Nano. I don't see an issue with doing that. I don't know which one to do though. So once Thunderrun's done, if we still have time, I will pull out the Nano stack and then let you guys vote for a third one. So we roll in, not knock the tripod over this time, and bam. So Thunderrun is a coaster at Kentucky Kingdom. For those who do not know, it is technically the precursor to the Hurler clones, but it is a Hurler clone. But significantly better than the Hurler, even if I do say so myself. It's much smoother, better kept up, and the big thing is it does not have trim brakes, from what I remember anyway. So this coaster is what the Hurler wants to be. Yes, the big difference is you notice how this has this bend here? The Hurler does not have that bend, because this one had to get around something, if I remember correctly originally. Because this coaster was originally supposed to be built at Americana. Thunderrun was not designed for Kentucky Kingdom. It was designed for Americana in, was it Middlesburg, Ohio? I've been there too, and I can never remember what city it's in. In fact, this was not even supposed to be the original name of the coaster. Thunderrun came later in the design process, like after they even started construction, if I remember correctly. Okay. So now we can get this all punched out. Get that out of here. Nope, that's going on the floor, I guess. Over here, get out all the cutters. So yeah, this is definitely a really good coaster in their lineup down there. For those who have not been there, honestly, I don't have a complaint about a single one of their coasters. Honestly, the only complaint I have, I'd say, about anything of theirs is just the location of them in the park, really. There's one. Some of them are just kind of awkward to get to. than that, I mean, there's nothing really I'd actually complain about the coasters themselves. As you know, every single one of their coasters does have a nano coaster, by the way. That does include Kentucky. Sorry, I take it back. Everything but their roller skater has a nano coaster. And they do have one more coaster than Holiday World now. So I'm kind of curious if Holiday World is going to build a new coaster to counteract that. Well, technically they have two more coasters now, because they're getting RMC Raptor. Actually, going off on a little bit of a tangent. It's still in Kentucky Kingdom, but a little tangent. Is Kentucky Flyer, which of course is their Gravity Group family coaster. That name was actually originally one of the names picked for Storm Chaser. However, they didn't feel that it was a good name for an RMC, just for how intense it was. So that's why they settled for Storm Chaser. Ed Hart liked the name a lot of Kentucky Flyer, but they saved the name just in case they got something that suited the name better. And I'm sure y'all know Six Flags also used to own the park. And when they closed the park down, they took, I think, 3 coasters with them, because they took a Vekoma Boomerang, I think it was. Was it a Boomerang? I know they had a Wild Mouse and the stand-up that's now at Great Adventure. Which I have to admit, Green Lantern at Great Adventure is probably my favorite, arguably my favorite stand-up coaster. RYXN, why would I stop? Just an honest question. Why would I stop? Judging by the lack of response, you can see he's probably not even watching. He is just here solely to troll. Either that or it's a bot. Those are the only 2 thoughts I have. It's a comment above you, Steel. It's RXY or RYXN is the YouTube channel name. He is in the chat. I just see it's a thing that says just stop. I don't know what that's about. I'm kind of awaiting a response. I'm kind of curious as to why he thinks I would stop. That's all. I'm not sure if he's referring to the stream or referring to something I'm not seeing. And if he's referring to the stream, the answer is no. Again, since he is not responding to my questions, I'm just going to go off on the complete assumption that he is just trying to troll, or it's a bot. Now we just have the final two pieces, and then we can start building. That we have now gotten everything cut out, so we can start the assembly. So okay, there's one just a little bit of a rise at the end, so now we can get this oriented. So like that. Right? No. Like that. Okay. Alright. So the first piece we install is this one. Get that out of the way. And this piece goes into that very inner loop. That's not the one. Oh, that is the one. Okay. Oh. You shave a little bit more off of this. So remember, when you're building your nanos, to make sure, especially on the wooden models, that you are making sure to clip everything as flush as possible, or it will not sit properly in place. And the interesting thing about hurler models and this, I'll just call them the hurler clones, for lack of better terms. Is the parabolic-esque turns. I don't know if they're actually parabolic, but they look parabolic, resulting in much greater forces at the inner edge of the curve. So there's that curve. Next is this one. And the only thing I would say I truly dislike about this coaster, I mean, nothing that can be changed, it's for actually good reasons of placement, but is the location of this coaster in the park. It's just such an awkward place in the park. But it's because when it was built, I don't think it was intended for the park to go any further in the direction. It was actually built in. That the park ended up getting built in because this was one of the first things built on the opposite end of the road, if I'm not mistaken. It was like the Ferris wheel, Thunder Run, a couple of flat rides. So we have one more piece. before the lift hill. I should have finished that thought. One more piece before the lift hill. This is right off of the first drop, which is a really intense moment on the coaster. Place. Yep. See what I mean by don't let it, but make sure you're cutting the excess off. That's another sure case of that. So, there we go. So at least that one's in now. This one will be easy peasy. Where was it? There's one of them there. Okay. So now you do the final turn. Pop that tab in. So, yes, Steel, I am definitely looking forward to seeing that park. Okay, there's the coaster done. Okay, now get this out of the way, pull the station out. I think that's in view. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, the sign's actually pretty close to where the actual ride's entrance is. So there you go. There's Thunder Run. So there's another fun one. That's actually a pretty big nano coaster. Bigger than I was anticipating. So yeah, there's nano number 2. And we should have enough time to do one more as well, because we're doing about 20 minutes per round. So that'll put us right at 9. And then we can get into the live chat. And then I'll see how tomorrow goes, and I might do another stream tomorrow. Either tomorrow or Tuesday, but that one will probably be not nano coasters. No, not nano coasters. Planet coaster. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So that one's a feature stream. Hold on a second, guys. This should be out of view. That's better. Just so I don't accidentally show my address on YouTube. What do I want to give you guys the options of? Dueling Dragons, that's going to be a longer one, so I will not do that one now. I guess I could do that one. I'll throw all of these into it. Okay, guys, so here are your choices. You have Steel Phantom, the Chiller, Great American Scream Machine, Nemesis, the Jersey Devil, Manta, Cyclone, or the Voyage. Vote now. Everybody vote. Everybody leave a comment that is still watching. Train, are you here? Manta, Kings Island Forever's Manta. Okay. I think we have a pretty clear winner on Manta. Okay. That was easier than I was anticipating. Okay. So is it recording? Yeah, it's recording. Okay. Oh, awesome! Thank you, James. Ooh, I really like the colors on this one. So there we go. Bam! Oh, this is actually much larger than I anticipated it being. But we'll get through it. We will get through it. Now this coaster is a fun one. This is very close to being my favorite flying coaster. Just narrowly misses that because of Tatsu, I'd say. This Tatsu is one incredible coaster, just all the way around. Plus it also helps that it's also my first flying coaster, Tatsu. So, I mean, it's kind of skewed considering I've never had anything like that. Yes, I have been on Manta. I unfortunately was there before Mako was built, though. I was there, what year was that? 2011? 2012? 2012. Yes, Mako looks incredible. It's like, Mako honestly almost looks like a combination, like a miniature Fury, I'd probably say would be the best comparison for that. So stop recording. We'll get this thing out. Which is always easier said than done. A better Intimidator? Yeah, I'd say. Honestly, Intimidator or Carowinds. My honest feeling with that coaster is I could be wrong, but I have a strange feeling that the way that coaster was built was using pre-designed hills. Like, they took hills they designed for all the coasters and just put trims on them just to make it flow together. That Intimidator is definitely not a snooze fest. I disagree with that statement. I think that is a pretty good coaster. That being said, it's certainly not the best. Again, I'm definitely not saying it's the best hyper, but it's not as bad, or it's not that bad. I mean, it's still, I don't think it's that far behind Diamondback in my personal opinion, but again, all personal opinion, you do not have to take it. And I bet yeah, I could see it. But at the same time, you don't like Millennium, so yeah, Intimidator's a very, very moody coaster. At Carowinds. Again, Carowinds. That's a moody coaster. Like, it can be a good ride some days and a really bad ride the next day. Like, it's moody. Same with Fury. Fury runs weird, too. Like, some days, it'll be the best coaster I've ever ridden. Other days, it's nothing. It's bizarre. I don't know if it's just Carowinds or what, but their coasters are very temperamental on the way they run there. Yeah, that's the thing that I don't think a lot of people like keep in mind when they ride it now, is the fact it was the first Giga. So, I mean, when it was built, I mean, that was a gamble in itself, but they had nothing to improve upon because it was never done. So I think that's a lot of places why people get disappointed in that ride. Snap that right up. Literally, because it's stuck to the table. Okay. So, we're starting right the pretzel, it looks like. Pretzel knot. Pretzel loop. Pretzel knot, so Banshee has, right. Like comparing the Beast to El Toro. Yes, they're both good rides, but yeah, they're definitely meant for completely different purposes. I'm gonna peek at the camera, make sure it's still aimed where I want it. Okay, good. I just need to double check. So, first thing we're starting with is the bottom of the pretzel. Where are they at? Oh, I have that. I do not have that in the right groove, do I? Why did it fit going in that? Whatever. Whatever, not trying to figure that one out. And fun fact, kind of a little bit random. But wait, hold on. Let me make sure I have the right one here. So I do not actually know which one that is. Okay, it's going to be the one without that stuff. Where does it go to? So there are officially 3 nano coasters that have pretzel loops in them, which is Manta, Tatsu, and Superman. Just a little random fun fact, doesn't really mean much, to be honest, but just kind of a cool random tidbit. Okay, Monster's underrated. Oh, most underrated elements in my opinion. I never really put much thought to it. I don't know, Stangle Dives I do love. But I don't know if it's the most underrated in my opinion though. I don't know. Is it? I'd honestly say like just going slow through an inversion is pretty underrated. Like I think I enjoy that more than like just blasting through a track. It's just like a slow, like, not death roll because that's now actually an element on Iron Gwazi, so I can't use that term. I don't know exactly what you call it though. Like, Banshee has a really slow inversion, Copperhead is a slow, I don't know, but like, the JoJo rolls don't do much for me. Not JoJo rolls, but like slow mid-course rolls. Like just kind of the, this is kind of funky that it's happening type of stuff. So no, not JoJo rolls, like mid-course stuff. Like I said, like towards the end of Valraven, the end of crap, and the end of Banshee. Also depends on the restraint, I think. It's like Gerstlauer's, if it is a slow roll, that's just painful. That inverted top hat's pretty awesome, yeah. Yeah, you're right, it does. Yeah, that inverted top hat. And the loop. I don't remember Skyrocket, though. Like, oh, the Skyrocket 2s. Or no, it has to be. It has to be the one at Kennywood, doesn't it? Because the other ones don't have 2. Duh. Which way does it go out? Oh, I'm go. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, so that means I'm doing the wrong one first? No, I have the right one. Never mind. Drum roll. Where is it? You know, I have to admit, like, an actual underrated cloned ride, I would say is definitely the Skyrockets. Like, that is genuinely underrated clone in my opinion. Actually, a very unpopular opinion that I have is Vekoma boomerangs, like the standard ones, for the most part, are not bad. Like that, I know is an incredibly unpopular opinion, but I really don't get the hate for Vekoma boomerangs. I just think it's because there's so many of them enthusiasts like complaining about them. Like I'm not even gonna try and lie about that. Enthusiasts just love to complain. But I truly believe that the clones that are built are not as bad as people say they are. In fact, there's not much. But to be fair, I mean, a lot of the parks they go at are never going to have money for anything else that size. It's going to pack nearly as much thrill into it. And most people don't know the difference. Not saying the coaster's not overused, though. I've yet to go on ones because Carowinds was closed. And for those who don't know, Carowinds was the one that came from Geauga Lake, so that one actually has some sentimental value to me. Yep, I put this on the wrong way. Sorry, James, I saw you post a comment. I will get to that in a second once I get this on. So the further that goes in, that doesn't feel too stable, but whatever. The thing I find interesting about this was I actually, now looking at the track, oh, no, it's right there. The thing I find bizarre is that there's barely any room to get that on. Yeah, nanos are delicate. I've yet to be on one because Carowinds was closed. I know this summer we rode Kings Islands and Vernon. Yeah, that surprised me. The new train, well, not new trains, but the trains from Stinger ride so much better. And I honestly wonder why. But at the same time, it's probably just because is it newer or something? Well, because probably when it went to Dorney always heavily rehabs new rides when they get them. Or, well, new old rides, if that makes sense. So they probably did one hell of a restoration job when they got it. Which nano are we doing now? We are just finishing up Manta. So there we go. If we somehow have enough time on the camera, I'll do one now. We probably do not have enough time for another one, because we have 9 minutes left on the SD card. So if we did a simple one, I probably could, but I don't want to push it. I don't want to rush it. So, yep, so I will go grab the other 2 nanos. Ow. There is our nano completion for the day. So, of course, Thunder Run, Manta, and Thunderbird. So, again, reverse clone of Thunder Run, reverse clone of the Hurlers, Manta. Get a new card lane. I wish I could, but everywhere's closing in an hour because of COVID, and then it would take me about that time to go get it and get back. So unfortunately, we would not be able to keep the stream going. Did I say Mantis? Manta. Yeah. Thunder Run is a reverse clone of the Hurlers. Well, technically it's the other way around. Hold on, let me see where did I put it? Ah, there it is. So this is Twisted Timbers, not quite the same thing, but there. If you actually look, they are nearly the same. Like in size and everything. Twisted Timbers looks a little bit wider, because I believe it is actually a little bit wider, because like it is out here more and it doesn't have the bend here, so naturally it's going to be a little bit wider. But in reality, they are, well, originally essentially reverse clones of each other. Yes, we definitely do need to do King's Island at some point. Yes, definitely. I'm going to move these out of the way. I'm going to point you guys up at the posters. And then we will do the live chat for a little bit. For like, I can go up to like an hour or something. But then I have to get back to homework. Yay, homework. Anyway, so bam. There can be your view. I'm gonna be setting up the live chat, and then I will post the link in the comments. So please just bear with me while I set that up. So what are we doing? I go through this every time. Yeah, Hangout feels more right. That's what we use. King's Island Forever, are you going to be joining the call? No, we do. Meets, don't we? Oh, why can't I ever remember? We only do this every week. This doesn't feel right either. Oh, it's because it's not opening my new window. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm setting up the Hangout now. Okay. So join. So for those who want to join, here is the link. So again, if you guys want to join the live chat, you can just click the link in the description, but I will be ending the stream here. Just need to clear out my view. This feels different. So Steel Null is here. So for those who are still on the stream, I am going to be ending that. So again, if you want to stay in touch, go and join our Google Meet. And yeah, see you all there. So I will be ending the stream again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.